Hello and welcome to another update video about SUI. Yeah, on the SUI chart, we see some further evidence that a top has actually formed in this wave 5 of circle wave 1. We were watching for already a break below the trend line a few days ago. That was our signal here that the wave 1 might have topped indeed. And then, but it was the first signal. Okay, again, yesterday I mentioned to you, we don't really have solid confirmation that wave 1 has topped. I think it looks more and more like that. Obviously, it's not like someone is standing up there with a bell, that goes like, a top is in. But we were in a target zone for wave 5 of 1, which is always when the risk is higher. And at the moment we have that pullback. We had a break below the trend line, which was sort of an impulsive trend line. You could also have drawn a channel there. So it, sometimes we call that an impulsive channel because this is one of the few coins that's actually interesting at the moment. I mean, Bitcoin is interesting, Ethereum somewhat interesting, but most other altcoins are pretty boring at the moment. Yep, we have a few more that we're covering in the membership, like Rune. Rune broke out yesterday. Stacks, I think, is interesting in the short term, but here SUI is one of the ones that I also cover on YouTube. And it is one of the few that actually formed a 5-wave move off the low. Actually, is it maybe the only one? Yeah, maybe. So we're now watching for a wave 2 pullback. And this could take a few days. Obviously, the wave 1 developed from the 5th of August to the 12th of August. So let's say 5 days. And that correction really only started on Monday. So we might be sort of halfway there. It might still, move a little further in this ABC structure. We might see a little bit more downside in wave A. Only then, if the next rally is corrective, we can call that wave B. And I can actually take that target zone out. I mean, again, I still cannot fully rule out one more extension in wave 1, but it would look a little bit odd now. So I would prefer that this is really wave A now. Once we see a low, we can, let's say, define a resistance area for wave B, and then could let's say define a target for wave C. You might say, but we already have a box there. Yeah, it's a support zone. It's a standard support zone for a wave 2 pullback. We know that in a wave 2, the price would normally reach the 50% to the 78.6 retracement, sometimes the 38.2 fib level. And even if the entire correction doesn't finish there, maybe it's just the A wave, then we could get a B wave bounce from there, and then a C wave down. And important is just that the bulls turn up before we break below 56 cents. So that's really key. The bulls need to turn up before we break below 56 cents. If not, then I would have to assume that this rally is failing. So at the moment we are in a local downtrend as it seems. So I'm watching for lower prices as per the yellow microstructure. Bear in mind, instead of a 1-2 setup, this could also just be an A-B structure. But because of the 5-wave move up, it could be an A wave in 5 waves. That means even if it's a pullback in wave B, it could be a viable trade to trade the C wave. And once we are in this support area, we can define targets for waves 3 or C, which would be a little bit lower in terms of targets. Yeah. So that's what I'm tracking at the moment here on the SUI chart. The microstructure within wave A is unclear. I wouldn't attempt to try to micro count a correction in this wave degree, but that's what I'm tracking. Next support is at 79.8 cents. Okay, structural support should be found here at around 86 cents. So pay attention to this level as well. I will mark that with a red dotted line. So we know that this is some structural support, yeah. And that's pretty much it. So we have to have a bit of patience. I think there's no need to do anything right now. We're waiting to see the pattern develop further. I'll keep you updated. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.